Yes, yes, yes. How's it going? What is up, my crypto legends? We are live, I think so. Let me know in the comment section. I already can see a few comments here. Yep. We are live. What is up, my crypto legends? Saturday. What's going to go on? I think the market's going to be a little bit boring, but we are going to take a look at some pretty cool on-chain data here. Now, first of all, let's scroll down all together. Smash up that like button, guys, for the algorithm. Let's get some people here on the stream. So yeah, make sure to smash up the like button, guys. Very much appreciated while you're coming in here on the stream. Let's see. I think it's going to be a little bit quiet, but anyway, there is really cool on-chain data here showing us that the total transfer volume in loss 14-day moving average is at, it's had a massive spike the last few days. Now, we haven't seen these levels, all right? These are people selling BTC at a loss. We haven't seen a spike like this since, what is it? December of 2018, and another one right over here in March of 2020, guys. This is huge. All right. This is mean the short-term investors are selling. Okay, long-term investors are accumulating. It always has been like that. And short-term investors, they're getting spooked out now because of this, potential bear market that's going to come. It happens every single time. Now, when you have these decent crashes, okay, of 20%, 25%, you do get a lot of these short-term investors that are not here for long-term, or they want to make big gains in the immediate short-term, and they just sell their BTC at a loss. We had this kind of event right over here back in December of 2018. And I'll go through the comment section right now, guys, but I need to show you this. It's super important. We can see we're in a downwards channel here on this 14-day moving average, of transfer volume in a loss. And back in December, like I said, 2018, a lot of people must have bought BTC at 6,000, 7,000, thinking that we're finding the floor. This famous song of Mike Novogratz, we have bottomed out. Well, a lot of people thinking that we've bottomed out here just at about that $6,000 range, because we were trading in between $6,000 and $9,000 for quite a few months, between $6,000 and $8,000 actually. Hovering that range, for quite a few months, thinking a lot of people thinking that we bottomed out here. What happened in December of 2018? There was a massive sell-off. BTC almost went to $3,000. It was trading around about $3,200, $3,400 in just a few days in December. And a lot of people panic sold there. We saw this spike over here, a huge spike, as you can see here on the transfer volume loss, 14-day moving average. And something happened also in March, okay? We had the Black Swan event in March, and it was horrible, guys. It was horrible. It wasn't good. I lived both of these, and it wasn't a good feeling. I didn't buy too much BTC because I was just starting in crypto in mid-2018. I was just dabbling, getting a little bit, accumulating with very, very small positions, okay, just starting in crypto. So I was surprised. It wasn't down too much of my money because I didn't invest hardly any money here. I was just starting. And I was like, whoa, now that was a really big crash. Now, also here, March of 2020, same thing. We got the spike here and the total transfer volume in loss, 14-day moving average, massive spike. You know what happened in the last two of these ones, all right? And a lot of people might disagree with this because a lot of people might think, yes, but this was a bear market, okay? This was already inside of the middle of the bear market, and now we're potentially starting a bear market. So we're going to see a lot of these spikes. But I totally disagree with that because we've definitely gone well above the average, okay? Well above the average in the last few days. And, we're having a lot of retail investors selling at a loss right now. So, and we have the long-term investors accumulating. You can see data on that. It's always been like that. People that have had Bitcoin for over a year are accumulating. And here we can see, basically this massive spike. Every single time we do have these spikes, we do have some kind of reversal, okay? These, and especially if it's outperforming the rest of the other spikes. So this is something interesting that I wanted to point out, okay? Something interesting to point out. Remember, retail investors, you know, especially the newcomers, need to lose money so the big players gain money. Now let's go here straight through the comment section. I want to say hello through the, just go through the comment section, say hello. 77 watching at this moment. I think it's going to be a very, very quiet Saturday morning stream, okay? TK, how are you doing? Lozy, Bitcoin will make it in November, then December, then January, then February. Yes, exactly. I mean, this is the thing. Will it or won't it? I mean, look at the price. Look at the price, okay? You just need to go and look at the price. Do you think, you know, this, what is this? This is absolutely nothing. This is absolutely nothing. I've seen many people here in May being extremely bearish. Who was here in June and July, sorry. June and July, they were screaming for 20k BTC, screaming all over Twitter, all over bear market, bear market. And this was just a mini fake rally, okay? And then we were going to go to much lower levels. It was all over the place. It was all over. I know. People are impatient. This is why, Lozy, this comment of yours is because you're impatient, all right? I said it will make it in 2022. I didn't say November, December, January. I said it will make it in 2022. And we probably will peak in 2022 also. I very much expect kind of a blow off top at some point, all right? It's going to be much harder, but I think there's going to be, you know, the economy is not going to be doing well. And I think people will start transitioning fast into Bitcoin and some crypto, and that shift will be the moment where we'll see a massive hype when you actually realize that the global economy and the governments is not doing well, and that will be the transition where we might see a hype. When will it happen? We don't really know when that will happen. But yeah, just a lot of people impatient, a lot of people bearish here. And yeah, it was funny to see their reaction over here. So Ultra Bull, I'm still on Ultra Bull. Mark Dirch, thank you very much for the support. Smash that like button on your way in. Yeah, it's going to be a very quiet morning, I think. Very quiet morning here in Central European time. Quiet morning. Marco, Richard, how are you doing? May I kindly ask you to check out Troy chart? It's a very spiky coin. I believe it's about to reverse big time. Reverse big time given the indicators are rock bottomed. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Troy. Let's take a look at Troy straight away. First of all, what is Troy? And is Troy is ticker symbol also. 932 ranked. This has got to be a baby, very small market capitalization. Troy US dollar. Let's take a look. It's on Binance. Wow, this one looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. This is the logarithmic chart. And looking at the logarithmic chart, sometimes it's pretty cool to see a logarithmic chart because, you know, it looks pretty solid. All right, it is clearly still in an uptrend. So let me just take a look at the normal chart here. Zoom in. And on the daily, we got the summer lows over here. We can take a look at RSI. RSI is still not on the oversold territory. On the daily. Volume here on Binance is still, you know, we did have a massive spike here. I don't know what this, you know, this is the thing with these low cap coins. They are extremely high manipulative. You know, you can just put a couple of million in, all right, for those whales that just put 2-3 million and they will spike the price up, especially on these coins that are 10, 20, 30 million in market capitalization. Very easy to manipulate the price. Now, if you ask me, it seems like there is slightly more demand, okay, with this pumpy action. The retracements are very low in volume. We're starting to see a spike in red volume right now, which is fine. That might indicate that we are very close to the bottom. So yeah, and we do have a very solid support level right over here, what's been hard resistance. This is where we're currently trading right now. This is on the daily chart. We do have a lot of daily closes right over here. A lot of daily closes right here. So this has definitely been like an accumulation event, right? Because after an accumulation event, you do start pumping, right? At some point, breaking resistance. And we are basically just retesting that resistance right over here as support just right now. So it is very, very possible that this is going to be a very, very good buying opportunity. I would like to see a few days here of sideways action. A few days of sideways action to see that the bears are losing steam, because, you know, we can see right over here on this one, on Troy, back in May after the sell-off. And it's funny because people react after the movement, right? A lot of people must have sold right over here. A lot of people selling here with the panic, right? Because they panic sell. This is depression, you panic sell. It is a classic market cycle. And, you know, that is the moment you need to start accumulating right over here, because you would have made some excellent gains all over here during September and October. Now, this is the kind of price action I want to see. A little bit of sideways action would be nice here, because this is the moment that you potentially are going to find a bottom and reverse. It's still very, very soon, because you do not want to try and detect the bottom while you're dropping, because you might have a little pumpy action, you might FOMO in, and then you have the massive drop. I want to see sideways action for a few days. And that will be the moment where you could clearly see that this is a reaccumulation event, in my opinion, especially after this pumpy action that we've had with volume. Okay, so the demand is there right over here in September and October. Just a little bit of panic selling, a bit of uncertainty worldwide. So yeah, overall, I think this one, I have no idea what this project is, but by looking at the charts, it is very, very possible that we are going to find a very, very nice support here at the 1 cent level. Right, Mark Dutch, thanks for the insane support. Let me go here through the comment section. Simon, how are you doing? Right, people might be just getting bored of waiting and selling, says TK. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a classic thing, especially in cryptocurrency or on any other market. The people that hold the longest, they're the ones that are going to be rewarded. I'll tell you that. Imagine holding BTC back in 2012, 2011. This was only 8 years ago. Imagine just putting, you know, $500, $200 in Bitcoin back in 2011, 2012. Hold for 9, 10 years. It would be an absolutely multi-millionaire right now. People want to be rich right now. Me too. Me too. Well, who doesn't, right? Andy, thank you, brother. Lucas DeFi, thank you very much, man, for the comment and for the support. Hey, Andy, I'm scared to buy at the moment. Should we? If you're scared to buy right now, it probably is time to buy. You need to, your feelings. You need to go against your feelings. Go against your feelings. If you're scared, you start to buy. If you're euphoric and cryptos, you know what? This is what usually happens when you go up, okay? When you see your portfolio making a 2x, a 4x, maybe a 6x, you start getting a little bit excited. That will be the moment you just have to, you know, press the sell button at least 20% or 30%. Try and dollar cost average out while you're excited. Try and dollar cost average in while you're scared. So yeah, that is the best strategy you could apply here in crypto with good projects. Okay, they are going to be 80% or even 90%. You know, I would say 80. There are a lot of them. There are a lot of good ones out there. 80% of cryptos are going to be, you know, going down sideways for decades. They're just going to die off. They're just going to have, you know, 5, 10, 20 investors. They're just leaving money there and they forgot to sell. They forgot to sell, and it will have, you know, it won't go to zero because there's always somebody that's, you know, lost their wallet or they've left, you know, crypto in there, and it does have a small value. But a lot of them are just going to die off, guys. They're just going to go sideways. GRT says woodworking tips. Let's take a look at GRT straight away. The graph. This one's a very good project. This one should be doing good in the near future. Right, let's just do a quick, fresh, clean analysis on this one. All right, we got a lot of disbelief rallies, guys. A lot of disbelief rallies right now, and this is good, guys. This is the moment you want to step in, because you're going to start seeing this kind of price action maybe for the next few months, and then you're going to start pumping like crazy. I mean, I did a I was taking a look at the Amazon, and I'll do a GRT straight away, okay? I'll do GRT straight away. I was taking a look at the Amazon chart, and it's pretty insane to see Amazon. And before, traditional stocks, traditional business, a lot of these businesses that take a long time to develop and, have a really cool working project, and then the stocks might go ballistic. They take years. Now with technology, with blockchain, with these automated systems, all of these blockchain projects, I think they are going to develop very, very fast. So we're not going to see them blow off in 10 years. A lot of them are going to be very, very valuable in 2025, 2026. A lot of them will be doing, well above 100x. And I just want to show you here with Amazon, okay, what kind of, when there's pure speculation, and this is the .com bubble, okay? This right over here is the .com bubble, and it's always cool. It's always cool to see the charts and to check out the company at those ages, right? What was Amazon? It was selling books back in 1998. It wasn't selling everything on Amazon. Amazon, it didn't have, the logistics, it didn't have the kind of support that it has right now. It wasn't selling everything. It was just selling a bunch of books. It had a very poor website, back in 1998. And we had all of these developing websites and projects with a future business. But there was no working, lot of website, a lot of .com. That's why it's called the .com bubble, because there was a massive hype of a promise. This is going to work like this. We'll be doing stuff on internet, and internet was an absolute crap back in the early 2000s. It was crap. Maybe a lot of you, that are over 30, will remember back in the late 90s and early 2000s where you had to. If you're talking on the phone, you would have to hang up the phone if you want to connect to the internet. Anyway, and there was a lot of speculation on a big companies rising back in the early 2000s. It was a massive bubble. And Amazon was inside that bubble, okay? Because Amazon was a piece of crap back then. It was just selling a bunch of books. And it just had a massive hype in the .com bubble. And check out here how you enter in depression. You do have some disbelief rallies. And this wasn't in months, okay? Sometimes, if you take a look at a lot of the altcoins, this might look May. This looks like May, June, July. Okay, and let me just put a comparison on a chart here, okay? Because this is pretty interesting to see. What chart can we see? I don't know. What can we see? What chart can we see to compare with kind of Amazon here? What was the one that I was just taking a look at right now? Just to do a quick comparison. Troy was one of it. Just Troy. Even Troy would do. A lot of the cryptos would any of them would do. And okay, this is Troy on the daily chart. Okay. I just want to show you here with this is on the daily, and we could go to the weekly, but it doesn't matter. We'll go on the daily. This is Troy cryptocurrency. I have no idea what this one is. It doesn't matter. And if you take a look at Troy and Amazon, this is Amazon in between 2000 and 2006. This is Troy just from April till, just about a 6-7 months chart. And this is why in crypto, everything evolves. You know, mass adoption is going much faster. If you take a look at mass adoption of the internet or mass adoption of the automobile, every time the adoptions with new technologies are much faster. It doesn't take 50 years to adopt electricity worldwide like it did back in the early 1900s. It takes much less time right now to adopt new technologies. Everything is much faster. Everything's developing much faster. So blockchain and all of these blockchain projects are going to develop much faster than the internet, than the electricity, than the automobile. So basically, what I want to say with this is that this is just a 6-7 month chart, okay? And you can kind of see market cycles here. You can already see market cycles in just a matter of 6-8 months or 1 year. What I want to show you here with Amazon, this was from 1999 all the way to 2007. And you can see right over here, kind of a blow off top, a market cycle. You come back down and you trade sideways here for a few years, since 2001, 2003. And on this one, you can see this kind of price action right there, where you do have this sell-off. This one went a little bit high, a little bit crazy, but a lot of them you can see that, you know, July, August, this is July and August. You could compare this, you know, being July and August for a lot of the cryptos. What happens after that? You have some disbelief rallies. Disbelief rallies come after that, where you do have a little bit of excitement, but you think, you know, it is a suckers rally because we are going to come back down, and this is what really happens because of the sentiment. You know, the markets are moved by sentiments. People don't trust these rallies, and they start selling off. They start losing hope. So what we have over here on Amazon in 2004, 2005, after this little rally, people start losing hope again. And it's a few years just going down. In this case, in the case of crypto, it's down a few months. Okay, it might be down a few months. So November, December, part of January maybe, and then start to recover, right? If you do compare the kind of market cycles. So yeah, basically Amazon here, 2004 to 2006-7, boring after this disbelief rally. And I think, you know, in crypto, for the next coming months, you know, the massive hype, if we are going to look at the extensive cycles, that the cycles are extending. And if you take a look at the cycles in the past, from bottom to high, they have been taking, they were really fast, and now they are taking longer, okay? So from Bitcoin, from the bottom, you know, if we take a look at the rest of the cycles, in between first, second, third cycle, they have been taking longer from the bottom to the high. So it would make sense for the Bitcoin not to peak in December, because a lot of people were saying, you know, 4-year cycle, we should be peaking in December of 2021, right? Because it's a 4-year cycle. Everybody would be rich if this would be like this, okay? Let's all sell in December at $100,000, right? No, it's not going to happen like that. Now, it won't be an easy ride. We could see much lower levels. We could retest 40k levels. Anyway, we'll go through that now. But what I want to explain here, that it is very likely that the market is going to extend to first or even second or third quarter of 2022, thanks to the adoption curve. And anyway, by comparing Amazon back in 2005 and 2006, I think we are around these areas with crypto. Okay, it's going to take maybe another month, at least a few weeks. Okay, maybe part of January is going to be a little bit of. It's not going to be easy. But then, you know, because this is Amazon right over here, you could say this is July, August, the September, October run up. Okay, then the part of November and December sell off, and we are going to take maybe a couple of months to start consolidating and start recovering. But look what happened here on Amazon. It went absolutely crazy, okay, after this period. And this took 10 years for Amazon to go. Obviously, Amazon is an excellent company. But I'm just want to show you that a lot of the cryptos, a lot of the good blockchain projects are gonna have an insane movement, in my opinion, in the next few months. So yeah, anyway, that's just a quick comparison. I just wanted to show you guys that. It's Itai, how are you doing? Rafael, how are you? You can't compare previous years. The leverage today is insane. This is very, very true. Very, very true. We will see some wash, big spike to the downside, big downtrends. It is true that leverage is very, very high now. Right, so GRT, we can take a look at GRT right away now. I see GRT, let's do some fresh analysis on GRT. Go on the daily. It's like a lot of them, a lot of the altcoins, a lot of the good projects, you know, such as Chainlink, also GRT, very good project, almost testing the summer lows. Now, you might think, a lot of you might think that, you know, we've been in the bear market now since April. A lot of the altcoins, not in the case of Bitcoin or not in the case of Ethereum, because they've been actually breaking all-time highs and coming straight back down. But a lot of them have been in the bear market since March, right? Now, you could arguably discuss that this is going to take quite a few months, because we are going to go like this, and then we have a final dip, which would be the ultimate accumulation before we start continuing to the upside. Now, if you take a look at a lot of the altcoins, a lot of them, you know, if you take a look at this one, it looks like, you know, we are basically in a bear market. We are, you know, since all-time high, we're well far away here from all-time highs. But overall, we are still here in an uptrend, because since the summer, we are still creating higher lows. We haven't gone below this higher low. This is a good project. Chainlink is just about below this higher low here, almost retesting the lows of the summer. But GRT is looking pretty solid. If you ask me, you know, this is the moment you need to start accumulating. This is the moment you need to start accumulating. That is for sure. When we are going down, very far away from all-time high. If GRT was going to reach all-time high in the next coming months or a couple of years, well, you're already going to make a 3-4x from the current price levels. And in my opinion, GRT will do. It's it's an excellent project. I'm not sure if this one can be traded, all right, on Bybit. I think probably yes. Did they add it? Yeah, GRT. Guys, remember, if you are interested in trading, you got the best bonus down below on Bybit. You get up to $4,100 worth of bonus, okay, depending on what you deposit. Be careful with the leverage trading, only for experienced traders. I'm already starting with some small long positions here, swing trades, okay. This time, we got to make it. We're going to make it. I got exterminated on the last long positions. All right, I do believe that I am bearish in the short term. Let me get this straight. I am bearish in the short term. I do think it is very, very possible that we do retest 44, 45, or even 40k levels in the next coming, you know, days and weeks. I think it's very, very possible. I think it's going to be very, very boring. You're going to see pump action, dump action, pump action, dump action. It's going to be boring, guys, when we see these kind of drops. We are going to go sideways, and you know, for a few weeks potentially. But I'm just getting ready. I do believe strongly that this level is going to hold very, very nicely. And I'm talking about the 40k levels. And I'm going to go through some altcoins right now, okay? I will go through the comment section straight away. I need you guys to smash up that like button. Very, very, wow, today is boring. I think because the market is boring. Only 200 watching at this moment. Very, very low viewers. Now, strongly believe, guys, the 40k level should be holding. I'm bearish in the short term, I gotta say. I think we're potentially gonna retest these levels in the next coming days, in even a couple of weeks. But the reason why I am so bullish on the macro is because of this gigantic kind of symmetrical triangle, and this is on the weekly, okay? This is why the trend lines aren't connected properly. Take a look at the weekly chart, okay? Right over there. I'm connecting the weekly closes. So we could see volatility. Don't get me wrong here. We could see volatility here down to the 40K levels in the next coming days and couple of weeks. But the one of the reasons why I think is going to hold nicely, and I'm going to go through again, is volume profile, guys. Volume profile. I did explain this on my last video, but I can't stress this enough. This is such an important indicator that institutions, whales, use to see where the most of the buying or selling pressure has been and between what levels. And the buying pressure that there has been in between 30K and 40K is absolutely insane. A lot of people, a lot of institutions, a lot of people basically have been buying in between 30K and 40K. This right over here has been an reaccumulation event. This over here has been an accumulation event where a lot of people were calling for redistribution. A lot of people were saying that this is a redistribution. If you take a look at the Wyckoff schematic, the accumulation, distribution, redistribution, reaccumulation, a lot of people on Twitter were screaming for redistribution. This is a redistribution and Bitcoin will go down to 25, 20K levels. That did not happen. That did not happen. There is another way of reading a reaccumulation. How can you read accumulation or distribution on a volume profile indicator? And guys, this is important. I need to make this a little bit education also. We cannot just take a look at altcoins and try and predict what is going to happen because we don't really know. But this is something very, very, this is something very, very powerful. And how to know that if you are in a reaccumulation or a distribution when you're looking at volume profile. And one of the ways, guys, is that if you can see the price action has been trading in between 30,000 here in May and 40,000, right? 30,000, 40,000, 30,000, 40,000, 30,000, 30,000. Now, when you're at the very, very end, okay, the last few, when you actually range in here for quite a few weeks, and you take a look at the volume profile, if the highest bit on the volume profile, and you can take a look at this on Coinbase, on Bitstamp, you can take a look at some different ones just to take different exchanges, just so you can see the analysis. When the spike of the volume profile is at the lower level, okay, it means it's an accumulation. It means that people are buying at the lower level range of in between 30K and 40K. When you see the spike at the higher bit like this, just imagine this was like this, okay? Just imagine this was like this. And there is higher volume profile on the upside in this trading range. It means it's a redistribution or a distribution event. Because people are, institutions basically, the whales are selling at the top bit, okay? They are selling at the top bit. But when the spike in volume is at the lowest part, okay, and you do see this kind of sideways action and these dips and these wicks, it is an accumulation event, guys. It's accumulating. They're accumulating. So this is why this was an accumulation event. The reason why I think 40K levels should be holding nicely, guys, it could be broken. If we have a black swan event, if the whales manipulate the market, the news and everything, Bitcoin can go to 20K or to 10K. But looking at the probabilities, it is more probable that we are going to hold 40K levels because this has been a reaccumulation, price went up. This has been an accumulation because the price went up, and the volume profile has been absolutely insane at these levels. Highest volume profile is between 30K and 40K. So this is why I also think, we've already got 1 wick there. This is why I do think that we might see some volatility here and a reaccumulation or an accumulation event in the next coming weeks before we start popping, because a lot of people that have been buying BTC at in between 30K and 40K And this is a lot of people. I don't see them selling. I don't see them selling at these price levels. And that is my theory, guys. Just by looking at the volume profile, the times that we have touched the 40K levels as resistance and support, we've got this macro kind of symmetrical, descending triangle in this case. That is my take, guys. That is my take. Let me ask you one question, and then I'm going through the comment section to say hello, guys. I'm going to say, let me just say, is 2022 going, I'm going to say first quarter, second quarter, okay? Is Q1 and Q2 going to be bullish? Or Q1, I'll say Q1 2022. Is Q1 2022 going to be bullish? Bullish for BTC. So then we've got to have a global opinion from the community. Let me know, guys, in the comment section. I got the poll right now. Is first quarter of 2022 going to be bullish? And this is in between January and February, right? This is in between here and March. I think it's going to be maybe part of a sideways action. Anyway, let me know I want to know your thoughts, guys, in the poll that I put. Let's take a look at IOTX again. Right. Right, I have Sean. Sorry, Mark. Every YouTuber said going to the moon September, October, November, December, and put all their money and have lost it all. I did put some money in some trades. I did lose some trades. If you're not a subscriber, you know, I did. I thought that the 50K levels, the low 50K levels were going to hold, but we didn't. Well, we got to be realistic here, okay? We got to be realistic also. And I am bearish in the short term, okay? Don't get me wrong. I think we are going to see a little bit of sideways action and slightly to the downside. We might see some relief rallies, some recoveries, but I see this not ending just yet. I do see a couple of weeks of a little bit of bearishness. I think the whales are going to try and push the price down because of the, just because of tax, basically. Marco, thank you, mate. Thank you, Marco, for joining the live stream. Can you take a look at Yearn Finance? Yeah, we can take a look at Yearn Finance. What is the ticker symbol? YFI. Let's take a look at Yearn Finance. Right, we've only got YFI, US dollar. Yeah, here, Binance. Right, I remember this one. This was a DeFi project. Let me just take a look here at Yearn Finance. I remember people screaming this one to go to $100,000. And it did actually almost hit those levels back here in May before the crash. This chart doesn't look great. It doesn't look great. We are actually printing lower lows here on the macro. It's not looking great. I gotta say, it's not looking good. We got to be realistic on some of them, and some of them are not looking good, guys. There will be, you know, in this cycle right now, if it's bullish or bearish, it doesn't matter. We are going to see some coins decouple. A lot of the altcoins are going to decouple. You might be thinking to yourself, why is this one pumping and this one dumping and the other one's going sideways and this one's pumping more than that one and the other one's dumping really hard and it's you know, I thought it was a good project. We're going to start seeing, you know, this is not the same as the ICO back in late 2017, where all of them were coming out, entire massive bubble speculation. All were pumping, they were all pumping. This time we're going to see, you know, the tide is going to go down, and we're going to see who are the strongest projects. Okay, so we're going to see that happen, and Yearn Finance is getting hit here quite hard. It's quite below the summer lows. Okay, we got the summer lows right over here, and we don't need any indicators to know that we're going down, right? We got lower highs right over here, lower highs right over there. We got the lows of the summer. We almost came down and retested them in September. And then we actually, the drop that we've had for the last couple of weeks has been insane for Yearn Finance. We even hit the $17,000 area, which is insane for Yearn Finance. We've been trading for in between $30,000 and $50,000 for ages on Yearn Finance. Now, it's not looking good because we just printed, as you can see here. I can zoom in. This is on the daily. We've lost such a strong support here, which is the summer lows. As soon as we start getting above successfully here is the moment you could start becoming bullish. But we might get very, very strong resistance right now after breaking the summer lows on Yearn Finance. It's just not looking good. We've lost it here. And, all depending on the next price action in the next coming days, we might get heavily rejected here and continue to the downside. And we do have a lot of work because we should be getting above this high over here to start becoming bullish. But that getting above this major resistance, which is the $25,000, is already a good first step. It's already a good first step. So you actually stop printing. Okay, as soon as you maybe print a higher low here, then that will be a pretty good sign in the immediate short term. But overall, it's not looking good. I've got to say, overall, it's not looking good. Right. What's your opinion on Solana? I mean, what happened on Solana? I'm not sure what happened really on Solana between yesterday and before yesterday. They did have some issues. My opinion on Solana, I think Solana will be doing well. They got insane projects being built. You can only see that Star Atlas gaming project being built. I think there's going to be a massive hype on Star Atlas. It's not even out there though, guys. This is the thing. There's too much speculation on a lot of gaming projects when the actual project is not even launched. And supposedly it's going to be launched on first quarter of 2022, supposedly. But the thing, we've seen it on Cardano. When they promise smart contracts, they've delayed over a year on smart contracts. Well over a year. So yeah, these are just still promises. They want to make an insane game. They will come out at some stage. Star Atlas is on the Solana blockchain. The developers on this game, I think this game is going to be huge. Will definitely support the Solana ecosystem, and I think Solana will do good. It will do good. It probably needs to fix some issues on their blockchain, but a lot of good projects, a lot of good gaming projects are being built on Solana blockchain, and yeah, I think it's just a matter of time that Solana's done great anyway. I remember seeing Solana trading at $2. That was insane. It was only trading at $22 a few months ago, back in July. $22 Solana I remember seeing just a few months ago. So, did you buy Matic at the top? Andrews, no, I do not have any Matic. I'm not sure if that question is for me or not. Let's take a look at Theta. Oh, Theta is one of them that's extremely disappointed with Theta. Extremely disappointed. I still think that Theta has got a very, very bright future. Very, very bright future on Theta. We can see Theta retesting the lows. I mean, I think we could bottom out at $3.60 for Theta. This is not guaranteed, because there is a part of me, inside of me, that says some charts look similar to 2018. Okay, some of them look very similar, and this is why I'm a little bit cautious. But not Bitcoin, not Ethereum. Ethereum is just a few $100s away from all-time high. Well, it's actually about $600 or $700 from now. But yeah, a lot of them are not looking too good. When you come back down and retest the lows, and you are printing lower highs, you know, it's just, I was hoping for this just by looking at the chart. You know, we're looking a little bit strong here in the immediate short term. And we lost this major level from the higher lows, this major structure on Theta. If you are bullish on Theta long term, and Theta's going to do insanely well, decentralized live streaming, this is the moment you want to start accumulating, because Theta will be breaking all-time highs at some point in the next few months if you're going to be aggressive, but in the next couple of years, it's definitely going to break all-time high. It is an insane project, huge developers on the Theta network, and it's always new things coming out in the NFT space. Also, it definitely will be doing well, in my opinion. Like looking at the chart, we're just retesting the summer lows. Very, very likely we're gonna get a massive bounce here, and massive bounce. I mean, you know, potentially hitting $6 in the next coming weeks at some point. The question is, are we going to be able to break $6 resistance here? Because if you take a look on Theta, $6 has been a very, very strong support level. Okay, resistance, support level, as you can see here. All of this is noise on the daily. It's only wicks. All the daily closes have been above the $5.80, $6 range right over here. So it has been an important level. The question is, you know, when we have this bounce from the summer lows in the next coming weeks, are we going to be able to break $6 to the upside? That is my concern. I can see Theta having a massive bounce, not breaking $3.50 in the next coming weeks. I think that is not going to happen. I think we are going to have that major relief rally here, this bounce in the coming weeks. It's going to get people a little bit bullish in the immediate short term. My question is, are we going to break $6 here on Theta? That will be a very, very good sign to start becoming bullish. It would be ideal to break $8.50, really. It would be the ideal move. But yeah, we're very far away from that range. So yeah, can you take a look at IOTX? Always explicit. Absolutely. Let's take a look at IOTX. Right, let's take a look at IOTX straight away. Wesley, how are you doing, my man? I've got another one of my moderators here in the comment section. Guys, make sure to join the Telegram group down below. Let's take a look at IOTX. It's insane how market sentiment involves, you know, this is the moment, guys, you want to start becoming a little bit bullish, at least, you know, when there's blood in the market. Because usually when the market is bullish, live streams, you know, go to 500, 600, even, you know, 700 views. And today's Saturday. When the market is boring, yeah, people just don't want to look at the market. IOTX, what we got for IOTX, we have an insane support level on IOTX at just below 10 cents. Okay, just at 10-cent level. I think IOTX will not manage to break successfully 10 cent to the downside and continue downtrend. We could see volatility just below 10 cent level. We just retested it a few days ago. But I don't see IOTX successfully breaking down. And why do I think so? Because the huge amount of buying pressure that IOTX has had from August, you know, was insane. All the way from 2 cents to about 10 and 12 cents, okay? And the volume has been crazy. You know, this is definitely, you know, a multi-million purchase right there to push the price up. And I think whoever the entities are that have been purchasing here, because we do have some more right over here, are not going to sell the bags that they have. Very unlikely. I think these people that have been buying over here know something about IOTX that is going to do well in the future. So the reason why we're getting this bounce here is because of the huge amount of bags that have been out of the market, right? They have been extracted from the market, And this is why it's now finding a price level. It's finding a solid level at this range, and I think it's going to be a small accumulation event before we start pumping. So 10 cent, 10 cent level, and I do think 9 cent could be possible, but I just see this as such a solid range. We got two volumes here, two volume spikes with candlesticks to defend this range that we're currently at right now via IOTX. And yeah, I mean, when you correct, and this sideways, I'm starting to like this kind of sideways action for the last few days. Another week here would be awesome. It would be really good to see a nice sideways action here. And this is when you want to buy. You want to buy at these sharp corrections and sideways actions. You know the deal. You know what happens when you correct and you go sideways. Usually, okay, looking at the probabilities. You know what happens when you pump like crazy with a huge amount of volume. You start going down and you start going sideways. The selling pressure has finished. So what happens afterwards? You explode out. So that is the kind of price action we're looking here. We've got volume here to defend. We've got candles to defend. This is why we've got this box. And we are correcting right now. It's still a little bit steep. I would like to see, because this could still do this. Okay, it still could do this. I want to see this kind of price action right over here. As soon as we start seeing that price action over here, it's going to be looking very good. I would say, it is the moment you want to potentially start buying in, because the selling pressure is getting exhausted and you have a very good defensive level. And if you're going sideways, it potentially means that you're going to have a shift to the upside. And that is the only reason why, guys. This could go to zero tomorrow. But yeah, probabilities look that we might be potentially making this kind of price action in the coming weeks. Okay, we'll be analyzing IOTX. A lot of people want me to analyze IOTX. We did nail this pump, guys. We can take a look. I'm not sure when it was exactly, but we did say, this was a buying opportunity. I did have someone in the comment section saying, thanks for that IOTX call right over here when we were going sideways, that it was very, very likely to retest the highs. And this is what happened. So I think potentially that could happen again on IOTX. So yeah. Still waking up, Wesley. Wake up. Come on, man. Get your cup of coffee or your cup of tea. I got my tea already that's cold. Please check Matic, says Mary A. Let's take a look at Matic for Mary A. Let's take a look at Matic. Matic had a correction here. Be careful with Matic because it was looking very, very good. A lot of people calling for Matic here. Almost all-time highs. I think all-time highs are going to be very, very difficult to reach, especially after this run-up that we've had in the last few days. I think Matic will, dip, consolidate. If we start seeing this kind of price action here, it's going to be super, super solid. This means that Matic has found a very, very good solid level, in between $2 and $2.40 potentially. But yeah, it will get volatile here. Matic is still in a pretty cool uptrend. I'm just worried about Matic not managing to consolidate here and break the highs in the next coming months, because I don't want to see this kind of action and breaking support. It's hard to say, guys. Some charts are just looking like, oof, if we start not getting exhausted here, it's not going to be looking good. It's not going to be looking good. I'm still pretty confident though. Still pretty confident. I'm going with the market cycle theory here. And there's really super cool on-chain data that is telling us that we should be having a reversal and still pumping okay, especially in first quarter of 2022. The total transfer volume in loss 14-day moving average has gone well above the levels from March of 2020 and December of 2018. meaning that a lot of people are selling at a loss. And every time, the last few times that this has happened, we've had a massive reversal in price. You could see one here at the peak of the market. Okay, you do have a peak here, and you continue a downtrend, but that was the only one. If you take a look at, this was the only one. If you take a look at the peaks here back in July 2017, also October 2017, just before you had that massive run up, you do see those spikes because of selling, because the price dips. And a lot of people, have a little bit of a panic sell movement. And that's why you have these spikes. Every single spike of these is because the market has dipped, okay? We've had sell-offs. And if you would have bought those spikes, they're all good buying opportunities. Except for this one, except for the actual market cycle top, right? And the spike wasn't that high. Now, December 2018, one of the best buying opportunities. You got the spike here on the total transfer volume and loss. You've also got a spike here back in March of 2020. Best buying opportunity you could ever have. You had a spike right over here in September when the price was going down quite a lot. Then you had up to October, which was with a lot of pumpy action. That was a good buying opportunity also back in September. Look, what was October like? October was crazy. BTC went from the low 40k levels all the way to well above 60k. So and now it's going absolutely crazy. We've seen this, going crazy, much higher from the levels of March of 2018 and December of 2018 and March of 2020. I mean, this is on-chain data. Every time this has happened, it's been an excellent buying opportunity. Something is telling me that the market will reverse, okay, just by looking at on-chain data. The chart on the macro still is not looking too bad at all. It is true that we've broken this trend line. It is true that we've broken these higher lows, but technically on the macro, you are still creating higher lows. This is still a higher low from this one. Lows here was just below 40k, it was 39k. Market still looking good, I gotta say. Guys, if you're interested in scalping Bitcoin, you got Prime XBT. I'm in a tiny scalp from yesterday. I use it for day trading. I will be closing this position today because the fees are a little bit too high for swing trading. But Prime XBT has got not the best bonus. It is the best bonus available right now. It's 25% discount you get on your fees on Prime XBT. But if you use my link in the description, you will be eligible, okay, for a bonus in the future. And they might be adding 50% to your deposit, okay, in the near future. I think this bonus will come back. If you use the link in the description, you will be eligible for that bonus. The good thing about Prime XBT, you can trade oil, S&P 500, Dow Jones, and all of the rest of the markets are really good for swing trading. The fees are really low. It is only crypto that is slightly more expensive than Bybit. Quite a bit more expensive than Bybit. Okay, for day trading, this one's amazing. And you're using Bitcoin, Ethereum, or USDT as collateral. So anyway, you got the bonus down below in the description. You've also got tutorials down below if you want to check them out. Let's take a look at Sandbox here for Christian. Straight away, Sandbox. Let's take a look at Sandbox. I'm just going to take a look at the comment here on Hereti. Just arrived and at the stream beginning, selling BTC at a loss is not a problem if you expect BTC to go down and you'll then reinvest and get more BTC for the same fiat. It's a good investment. Yeah, but usually this is not the case, okay? Or especially on retail investors. This is usually not the case. And this data is also from short-term investors, okay? Short-term investors, where do I have it? Right over here. Short-term investors, okay? Long-term investors, the people that have been buying Bitcoin for over a year and holding Bitcoin for over a year, they're not selling. You can take a look at that on another chart, Glassnode data. Long-term holders not selling BTC, they're actually accumulating. These are holders that are been in Bitcoin for over a year. This is short-term traders, retail investors. They usually lose money, okay? I would say 90%, 80, 90% of retail, they usually panic sell. They usually, okay, they usually sell at a loss. And this is the thing. These are the retails. These are the short-term. They are usually wrong. So they are selling at a massive loss right now. And yeah, if you're expecting the price to go to much lower levels, then you might be wrong, you know. They are usually wrong. You know, are they going to be right this time? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, if you're expecting you're expecting much lower levels to buy in with the price that with the Bitcoin that you've sold right now, or any crypto. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at what was the crypto? Was Sandbox. Okay, let's take a look at Sandbox. And I think metaverse hype is just slowing down right now. What we got for Sandbox here, and we can take a look at the 4 hourly. We're finding a very good base here. Okay, this is the kind of price action that makes me bullish. Okay, the sideways action. We've seen the selling pressure. It's going down. We got a solid level here on Sandbox, which is the $4.50 range, $4.40, $4.50. We had a small consolidation right over here as resistance. It looks like, you know, that the correction here is we are going sideways. If we start breaking this level over here, okay, and I'm talking about the $5.70 range, where we do have these last lower highs, it's going to be looking pretty good for a reversal over here. We can already see the lower highs here getting exhausted, okay? So we are coming back up to retest the highs here. Selling pressure is we're getting exhausted in selling pressure right over here. We're having sideways price action, which is good after a sell-off. As soon, and this doesn't mean we need a break, we're going to go up, okay, guys? We could go down. But if we do break that $5.70 range successfully with a pretty nice candle, you know, that any type of retracement from here can be a good buying opportunity. There is a possibility that you will be creating a higher low here and reversing and tackling the highs again. It will be very, very very likely if we see that kind of price action. So overall mana is looking pretty good. We are consolidating sideways now for quite a few days. It's looking pretty okay. Let's take a look. Diavolo, hi Andy again, Mallorquín sabrosón. Diavolo, ¿qué te pasa? Alice, please, let's take a look at Alice. Alice, can you check Rose? Aren't you bullish on Rose? Absolutely, Rose is great. Rose is an insane layer 1 project. It's going to be doing very good. Okay, it's just boring. It's just boring right now. It is having a little bit of selling pressure. Don't worry. I mean, I'm not sure if Rose is on TradingView. Let me take a look at Rose here. Just 1 second. Yeah, we got Rose here. Wow, Rose. Look at Rose coming back down here to retest. Let me zoom out on Rose here 1 second. Not looking too bad. It's at a very, very good level in my opinion. A very, very good price level, which is that 20-cent range. 20-cent range has been an insane resistance zone. We did manage to get above here, bounced several times, came back down, reacted as resistance right over here, came back down again, back up. Now, is it going to hold as resistance here, as support? In my opinion, yes, we've got a very, very solid level here. There's just been a little bit of too high. There's been a little bit of a hype on Rose, okay, because of Facebook partnership with Rose, Facebook using the Rose layer 1. You know, I don't like seeing this growth. I don't like seeing these parabolic movements. What happens when we have these parabolic moves? We come back down. We come back down, guys. And this is what's happening with Rose right now. We want to start seeing a steady growth. So if you start going sideways here in the next coming days, you know, like we did here back in October, it's going to be looking good, guys. It will be a buying opportunity. You'll be finding a solid price level. You're just going to have to wait for that next kind of hype, right? So overall, I think Rose has entered a good buying zone. It has entered a good buying zone, in my opinion. Okay, so evening from Oz, says Tim. How are you doing? BNB, please, Andy, says Thomas. Yes, for sure. Let's take a look at Thomas. Let's take a look at BNB. Sorry for Thomas. Not let's look at Thomas. BNB, after all, BNB is not looking too bad. It's just finding a pretty solid level. BNB, all of these exchange tokens are going to do very good. FTX token, FTT is going to do brilliant. Qcoin token, that will do very well. But especially the good ones, the top 5 ones, top 10 ones even. If they have a token, they're going to do very well. They'll be used for the fees on the large exchanges, and they're going to be using them every single day. Binance is moving, you know, it's billions of dollars in volume every single day, billions, and all of those transactions are, you know, going to cost you less if you have Binance. If you use BNB as transactions, if you don't have any BNB on your Binance exchange and you want to do transactions, they're going to be more expensive. If you have BNB tokens, they'll be cheaper. So and Binance exchange moves billions of dollars every single day. So yeah, I think this one is just having a nice consolidation. It's looking brilliant here. This is on the daily chart. We do have a very solid level at the $500 range. I think this level is going to hold very nicely. Could we see a little bit of volatility to the downside? Yes, we could, in my opinion. But this kind of sideways action already is looking pretty solid, in my opinion. More people coming in the market, guys. More people coming into Binance. If you take a look, people are not moving out from Binance, from the exchanges. There's more people in every week. So this means they will be having to use the platform, potentially use BNB for exchanges. When you have more people coming in an exchange, if you see data of people moving out from exchanges here from the last couple of weeks or couple of months, then you could be bearish. You know, people are leaving the space, but there are more people every single week using Binance. So, you know, more demand, price should go up. It's just finding a nice solid consolidation, in my opinion. Good morning from Toronto, Ashley. Guys, make sure to smash up that like button. Wow, this live stream, very poor live stream. But the market is boring. Make sure to smash up that like button, guys. Let's try and get to 200 likes, sorry. And I'm going to take a look here. I got a super chat. Hello. I got a super chat. Let me just go through here the super chat. From Clinton, sorry about that. Let's take a look at the super chat straight away. And guys, make sure to smash up that like button. We need to get to 200 likes at least. Come on, guys. It's just take 2 seconds. Very poor live stream. Market is looking very, very boring. Aloha, dedication, crypto warrior. Have a pint on me. Thank you very much, Clinton. Very much appreciated for that $5. I will be definitely having a pint with you thanks to you. Okay, today. That is for sure, guys. That is for sure, Clinton. Thank you very, very much, man. Nothing better than a cold tea. Yeah, that's what I'm having right now. Cold tea, guys. Cold tea. But I'm used to it already from these from the live streams. But it's okay. It's nice. Let's take a look at cake, please. Yeah, I think a lot of people were not selling at a loss, says Wesley, but winningly, but were liquidated. Very much true. Yes, Wesley, that is right. Yes, sir. Let's take a look at Cake. Okay, I'm going to take a look at some cryptos and what is Cake looking like. Cake is retesting the lows of the summer. Not looking good. Not looking too good. I think that Cake could potentially get a massive bounce only because it's been a super strong support. You know, when you see these kind of charts, when you see these macro lower highs and you're retesting, you're kind of forming like a descending triangle, right? It is a kind of a, because you are creating lower highs right over here. You are retesting every single time. You know, this is not looking good, but it is very, very likely that you are going to get a bounce from here and potentially retest these levels. So my take here on Cake is that it will reach $18 in the next couple of weeks. A bounce should happen here just because this level is such a strong support. I think we're just going to get a bounce from here, okay? Very, very likely by looking at this chart. But it is not looking good. We need a lot of work here to start becoming bullish. We need to definitely get above this major consolidation, break it, come back down, retest it, and then continue to the upside. Very far away for this to be bullish. But a bounce in the immediate short term, I think is very, very likely. We're going to see a bounce on Cake. That is almost certain. Thank you guys for the insane support. I'm going to call it an early one today. You forgot Alice. Oh yeah, I forgot Alice. Okay, let's take a look at Alice. And guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll be here every single day. Let's take a look at Alice on we got Alice on Binance here, right there. Let's take a look at Alice holding by a thread. I mean, Alice should be in a buy zone here. I have no idea about Alice. I know it's an NFT gaming project, right? Is it doing well? Is there any demand? Is there a lot of people coming in? This is the thing. If you are in Alice, if you are playing Alice, is there more people in? Is there more interest? Because if there's no interest, you know, we'll start losing this higher low structure. We are printing higher lows, so overall it should be in a buying zone right now. This is indicating me it's in a buy zone right here. We might consolidate sideways for a bit and continue to the upside. The only reason why is because we are creating higher lows. We are still in a pretty healthy uptrend with a little bit of hypes. We do have some hypes on this uptrend. We got a little bit of hype here, a little bit of hype here. Hypes are not good for the market. You come straight back down when you have hypes, okay? So don't get excited when there's hype and when you see parabolic charts. You need to be scared. You need to get away from that chart. So yeah, overall it's not looking too bad. We might consolidate at this $12 range, just above $12. Guys, thank you. And it's the end of the stream. Thank you very much, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to. If you're interested in trading, you're an experienced trader. Prime XBT, also Bybit, best swing trading platform. You got the best bonus down below. Okay. Also, we want to support. You know, all our socials are down below. Twitter. We got Instagram. We got a Discord group. We got Telegram. Join them all, guys. If you want to be updated with us. Come and chat with the community, says Mark Dutch. Exactly. We've got an insane community. We're building a really solid community. Our moderators, all of our moderators are really active there. Miss Fibonacci will be live later, so make sure to subscribe to Natalie from Bitcoinsensus. She will be live afterwards. Thank you very much, guys. Make sure to subscribe. I hope we're going to have more exciting days. Okay, we might see a little bit of boring action in the next coming days, but hopefully it's going to be exciting. I'll be doing live streams. We'll be doing, technical analysis and taking a look at a lot of the coins. Okay, thanks for the support, and I will see you in the next one. Make sure to subscribe. Hasta pronto.